Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to focus on complex numbers, and I have one example. It's pretty basic. Let's go ahead and do it. The term 1 minus I squared over 1 plus I squared is most nearly. When it comes to complex numbers, the basic thing to know is that I equals to square root of minus 1. And this is not something you have to memorize. This is given in the FE handbook, and this is under mathematics. Or you can search it, complex numbers, and it's going to take you to here specifically algebra of complex numbers. And this is the form of a complex number. Z equals to A plus JB. We used I. Some disciplines use I instead of J. So if you used I, just so you know that I is still correct. So here you are given the fact that I equals to square root of minus 1, and this is what we're going to use here. So now that we know that, this exercise or problem becomes very basic, right? So we know that I equals to square root of minus 1, which means that if we square I, so I squared is going to be equal to minus 1. There you go. That's the only thing we're going to use today. Or actually, I have to say, we're going to also use these two formulas, which I have mentioned it before in my videos. They are pretty basic. I still haven't checked if they are giving it to you in the FE handbook, but they're pretty basic, and I'm going to write it down here. So we have A plus B squared, and we also have A minus B squared. And the way our teacher presented this to us, it's very easy to memorize, so I'm going to try and do the same. So A plus B squared equals to first component squared, so it's A squared plus the second one squared, B squared, and then plus double the product, A 2AB. And now if we come down to the second formula where we have minus instead of plus, we have again A squared plus B squared. And now pay attention, instead of plus this component 2AB, we're going to have minus 2AB. So the only difference between these two formulas is that when we have minus, this member is negative. So that's pretty simple, easy to remember. So all of these things we're going to apply to our problem today, and I'm going to write it down here. 1 minus I squared divided by 1 plus I squared equals 2. So we're going to use this second formula. We have a difference here, so it's going to be 1 squared plus second member squared, which means I squared. And then we have minus 2 multiplied by the product of these two components. So I have 2 multiplied by 1, which is going to be, I'm going to write it down actually, and multiplied by I. Perfect. And now below here, we have 1 squared plus now I squared, second member, and then we keep plus the double of the product of these two components. So 2 multiplied by 1 multiplied by I. And there you go. So we just use these two formulas. And now we're going to calculate 1 squared is equal to 1. Now I squared, I have wrote it down here, I squared equals to minus 1. So I can say plus from this equation, minus 1. And then minus 2 multiplied by 1 is 2, multiplied by I is 2I. Now going below to the denominator, we have 1 squared as 1, and then plus I squared again. I squared is -1, so I'm going to do plus -1. And then plus 2 multiplied by 1 is 2, and multiply by I, 2I. So now we have the top member 1 plus -1, that's 1 minus 1 is 0. We have -2, we're left with only this component because 1 minus 1 is 0, so -2I divided by, same here at the bottom, 1 plus -1, that's 0, it's 1 minus 1, which is 0, and we are left with 2I. So equals, so what that means is 2I minus 2I over 2I. That's going to give us -1. And there you go. This is how you solve a problem like this. The correct answer is A, -1. The quick problem for today. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and give it a like, because this helps put this video in front of more people just like you. Keep up the good work on practicing the FE problems, and I will see you next week.